Right now, President Biden headed to Wisconsin today following his first State of the Union address, where he'll be and what he'll speak on.
Also, the latest in the crisis in Ukraine as more and more companies pull their business from Russia.
We've got a lot more cloud cover in your day planner forecast today, but I'm already looking at more rain for the weekend. We've got all your morning updates coming up.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations to the Wisconsin men's Badger basketball team on that huge win last night.
Yeah, that was exciting news to wake up to. Chucky Hepburn, probably a pretty happy man today.
The last 9 seconds, last 10 seconds or so of that game was just wild. We will have some highlights from that thriller coming up here in this hour of News 3 Now this morning. Topping this half hour, though, President Biden and the First Lady will fly to Wisconsin this morning. The pair is headed to Superior. They are expected to promote the trillion-dollar infrastructure deal that Biden signed into law in November.
This visit comes just one day after the president's first State of the Union address.
Russia's attack on Ukraine, domestic inflation, the pandemic, just some of the topics covered by Biden last night. Skylar Henry breaks it down from Capitol Hill.
At his first State of the Union, President Biden vowed to make Vladimir Putin pay a price for his invasion of Ukraine.
He thought he could roll into Ukraine and the world would roll over. Instead, he met with a wall of strength he never anticipated or imagined. He met the Ukrainian people.
Some members of Congress wore blue and yellow in support of Ukraine. Lawmakers stood and cheered for the Ukrainian ambassador to the U.S., who was seated with First Lady Joe Biden.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
During the hour-long speech, Mr. Biden laid out what he called a unity agenda in hopes of building bipartisanship in Congress.
4 big things we can do together, in my view.
Included in that is fighting the opioid epidemic, improving mental health, giving veterans better health care, and cutting the death rate from cancer.
We are stronger today than we were a year ago. And we'll be stronger a year from now.
Mr. Biden also argued that his economic policies will lower inflation.
Instead of relying on foreign supply chains, let's make it in America.
The president wants to cut the cost of prescription drugs, lower energy costs, and cap a household's child care spending.
If we're weak at home.
Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds delivered the Republican response.
The president's approach to foreign policy has consistently been too little, too late.
President Biden travels to Wisconsin today to tout the infrastructure law Congress passed last year. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin, who has held up part of the president's agenda, said after the speech he's still concerned about government spending and its effect on inflation.
Wisconsin politicians are responding to the president's State of the Union. Democratic Representative Mark Pocan agreeing with Biden, saying that the state of America is strong. In part, Pocan saying by leading with compassion, integrity, and strength, the Biden administration is building a better America and getting our country back on track. Republican Senator Ron Johnson also releasing a statement on the address. Senator Johnson says, in part, the fact that President Biden seems oblivious to the harm his administration and policies have caused to Americans ensures that he will not change course and his failures will continue.
Michael Gableman is calling for the state legislature to decertify the 2020 election, even though it's legally impossible to do so. In a 3.5-hour testimony yesterday, Gableman called on the legislature to overturn President Biden's Wisconsin win. That's after multiple recounts, courts, audits, and reviews have found no evidence of widespread fraud here. Naomi Coles breaks down Gableman's testimony.
This is important.
A widely watched day in the state capitol.
It was hard to be handed a report moments before our opportunity to ask questions about that report.
Michael Gableman presented his second report in his 2020 election investigation, commissioned by Assembly Republicans. He called for the legislature to look at doing the legally impossible, decertifying the election.
The legislature ought to take a very hard look at the option of decertification of the 2020 Wisconsin presidential election.
And dismantling the bipartisan Wisconsin Elections Commission.
The Wisconsin Elections Commission, unfortunately, at best, is hopefully incompetent. hopelessly incompetent.
In his 136-page report released minutes before the hearing, Gableman called for partisans to take over certifying electors, which Wisconsin Election Commission Chair and Democrat Ann Jacobs said in a tweet was, quote, shocking. And Republican Assembly Majority Leader Jim Steineke said would be the, quote, end of our republic as we know it.
I agree with Jim Steineke. We cannot have the legislature coming in and supplanting its will for the will of the voters after the voters have cast their ballots.
Gableman couldn't directly answer Democratic Representative Mark Spreitzer about his contract, which expired.
Do you currently have a contract with the legislature?
I shouldn't go too far into detail. I believe that I do have a legally enforceable contract. Others would say that it ran out at the end of December.
In 3.5 hours of testimony, Gableman touted many already debunked claims and played videos of people his team thinks were too old to vote properly.
It's really important to note on this issue around people in nursing homes that people maintain the constitutional right to vote until and unless a court takes it away.
Naomi Cole's reporting for us there. What Gableman backed in terms of election decertification runs counter to what the boss who hired him has said. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos has been clear. Legislature attorneys have said this is impossible. Vos did not address that in a brief statement thanking Gableman for his service.
Governor Evers responding to Gableman's report. In a statement, the governor said in part, the right to vote is fundamental. It's a fundamental core value of our democracy. It should not be subject to the whim of politicians. No politician should be able to abuse the power to prevent eligible voters from casting their ballots or to cheat our election results just because they didn't like the outcome of the last election.
All right, 6:06 now. Chris Reese here with your First Warn Weather, your certified most accurate. Hey, Chris.
We are colder out there this morning as opposed to the past couple, so what goes up? It comes down. We're still going to be milder later on this afternoon, but Madison right now, 11 degrees colder than 24 hours ago. 10 degrees colder for the Dells and Lone Rock. It is 5 degrees colder for our friends in Janesville this morning. Most of us seeing those temperatures in the 20s and 30s. Yesterday at this time, we were in the 40s, man. So we are certainly started to cool things down, at least today, but we still have winds out of the south, and that's still going to help to warm things into the afternoon. 29 right now. The sun's starting to come up, but more of that cloud cover starting to filter in as we speak. That's with the Clipper system that's moving in out of the north. It's starved with moisture. When you're stuck in northwesterly flow for quite some time, it's hard to get a lot of moisture out of here. It goes over dry air in the Canadian prairies. A lot of our moisture, even here in Wisconsin, comes from the Gulf of Mexico. So we're not getting that. The atmospheric flow just doesn't provide that moisture. So a lot of this is really going to struggle to even make it to the ground. But we do have that chance for flurries or even some drizzle as we go through today. Just saw a report out of Minneapolis. They're getting the grapple, which a lot of you love to hear, that wintry mixed stuff coming down up there at the moment. We'll have a chance to see our own today. 42 by the time we get you towards 12:30. For the most part, it is generally cloud cover. This is now 4 o'clock. Here comes a cold front. It's going to be pushing its way to the south. We are at 35 in the Dells by 4 o'clock. Still 46 in Janesville. Yeah, some rain and snow showers going to be possible as that cold front works its way on through. 5:30, we are back into the 30s. We go all the way down towards 19 overnight tonight. We keep that cloud cover around. We'll warm up to 31 for your Thursday. 42 again by the time we move towards Friday. It's possible that we see a little mix Friday night, especially to the north. But then Saturday, 56 degrees. We are going to be tracking a chance for some heavier showers, rumbles of thunder coming through as well, and then a chance for snow Sunday night into Monday next week.
Did you bump up that high on Saturday?
I sure did.
Did you do that when you found out I was leaving?
No, that was actually before you said you were leaving, and I was like, 56 is right there. No. You don't remember? You were like, enjoy your 56. It's going to be 85.
It's a good Leah. It's a solid Leah.
That was a good Leah. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Man.
I would rather have 56 than 85. I promise you that.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, you will have it. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
All right, to the crisis in Ukraine now. The U.S. has agreed to directly provide Stinger anti-aircraft missiles to the Ukrainian military. That's according to a U.S. official who's confirmed the news to CBS. It comes as Russia continues to pound Ukraine for a 7th day with no sign of letting up. That 40-mile-long Russian convoy remains stalled north of the capital city. A U.S. official says it has barely moved over the past 24 hours because of fuel and food shortages and logistical issues. We're also seeing the moment 5 people were killed when a TV tower was attacked in Kyiv. The footage released by the city's mayor is showing the moment a projectile hits the tower before it's engulfed in flames and black smoke rises. Earlier, Russia's defense ministry said it was planning to strike communications and intelligence sites that it claimed were being used for information attacks.
Boeing is now suspending operations in Moscow after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The company says parts, maintenance, and technical support services all halted right now. In addition, the Boeing office in Kyiv is temporarily closed as the fighting continues in that country. The Federal Aviation Administration also confirming President Biden's order to ban Russian aircraft from U.S. airspace. That includes passenger, cargo, and charter flights.
Ford also stopping its business in Russia due to the invasion. The company has plants in 3 different Russian cities, as well as a 50% stake in a joint venture with the Russian automotive company Solars. It comes after Ford stopped short of halting operations in a statement earlier Tuesday. Ford said it will also donate $100,000 to the Global Giving Ukraine Relief Fund, which is supposed to assist those displaced during the invasion.
All right, 6:10 on your Wednesday. Coming up, a more personal look at the Ukraine conflict as a mom here in Wisconsin anxiously awaits her son's return from that country.
And we're getting ready for day 2 of the World Championship Cheese Contest here at the Monona Terrace. And right after the break, we're actually going to speak with one of the winners here. We're getting cheesy when we come back. Stick around.
Over these past months, we've all experienced changes and a great deal of reflection. But here's a change you can truly be excited about. Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, permanently removes the fat from your stomach, hips and thighs, and back.
I walked past mirrors. I didn't want to see any of that. I can't even tell you how excited I am about Sono Bello and what they've done for me.
I'm just living my best life now because I'm being the best that I can be.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently. Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. Plus, get $250 off instantly. You deserve to do something for you. Call 1-888-512-1753 or go to sonobello.com now.
I like my smile. I like my smile after finishing the power swabs.
I think white teeth are absolute sexy magnets. I love it.
Power swabs have really made a huge difference on the entire quality and color of my teeth, and I'm very, very happy with them.
I've used strips and trays, and they both gave me really sensitive teeth for hot drinks, ice cream, anything hot or cold. Really, really sensitive teeth. With the power swabs, I've been using them for a week and nothing. I had hot coffee this morning and ice cream last night and no problems.
It is so fast. It is effective.
The great thing about power swabs is that it's just easy to use. To me, it's the best solution for teeth whitening on the market.
Introducing Power Swabs, the 5-minute stain removing and whitening treatment. Apply the Step 1 stain removing cleanser. Use the swab to get in between teeth, around edges, as the blue cleansing detergent is thin enough to get into pores to release stains. Open Swab 2. Duplicate the process. Instantly see up to a full 2-shade difference. That's powerful. Forget gooey trays. Save a fortune on electronics. Forget slippery strips. Imagine your teeth up to 6 shades whiter in a week. Call or visit us online now, and we'll send you the complete Power Swab system. 7 cleansing swabs. 7 Power Swab foaming whitening swabs. Thanks for celebrating hundreds of thousands of satisfied smiles. We're offering them to you right now for this incredible discount. We'll pay your shipping and handling. If you're not fully satisfied, even after day 1, return it for your money back. Laugh more, smile more, enjoy life more. Call right now or go online now, and we've been authorized for a limited time to include our on-the-go Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick. It's a $19.95 value, free. With this complete offer, you are saving over 40%. Call or go online now. Brighten your smile and your life now.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. The conflict in Ukraine is hitting home for one Wisconsin mom as her son remains stuck in a Ukrainian village.
Emily Hagan shares how a Winona mother is nervously awaiting his return.
Family is about connection. We long for that bond when we're continents apart. Tina Hauser understands.
Tyler's an adventurous son of mine.
Family is something Tina values.
Tristan really does look up to his brother a lot.
She raised her son, Tyler, in Winona.
Always had the love for another country, and Ukraine was calling to him after he got out of high school.
And in Ukraine, Tyler found a new family connection.
They did get married in January, so he gained a beautiful wife.
He began teaching English there in November.
He had heard things were, possibly going to happen, but, we talked about it, and not long after he got there, there was military tanks from the U.S. coming over and being unloaded.
Today, he's stuck.
It scares me when he tells me what's going on because I know how scared I am. I can't imagine what he's going through and feeling.
The internet is the only way they can talk to each other.
He tells me, Mom, I wake up in the middle of the night and there's jets flying over. There's bombs going off. I can hear the guns going off.
He sends her videos, and all she can do is watch.
Very heart-wrenching and very scareful for me because of the fact that, I can't get there. I can't save my son like I want to do, like a mother wants to do.
Tina hopes he can come back home.
And it's hard. Because being a mother, all you want is your child to be safe.
Back to Winona with his family by his side. Emily Haugen, News 8 Now.
Tina is not sure when she'll see her son next.
It is 6:15 on your Wednesday. Chris Reese is here now with your first warn weather. You're certified most accurate. Good morning, Chris.
Yeah, good morning. We are watching the weekend closely because we have a chance to see some raindrops this weekend, but it's the weekend. You want to get your outdoor plans going. You see that we have a high of 56 in the forecast on that app, but we are tracking a chance for some showers or thunderstorms. Go ahead and talk about that. The overall thought is that it arrives sometime during the overnight hours Friday into Saturday, potentially as a mix to our north. The heaviest of the rain likely arrives into Saturday evening and Saturday night, but still we'll see scattered showers throughout the day as well. We're also watching the possibility of a secondary system as we start to move towards Monday that would bring some snow our direction. That was model number 1. Here's model number 2. We'll see the agreement with the overall picture that it's Friday night into Saturday that we see that first wave of moisture moving our way. Model number 2, a little wetter, a little bit farther to the south, and a little bit heavier with a rain and thunder chance as we start to move towards Saturday night. This would really clean things up in time for Sunday. Then again, it has that secondary system missing us to the south. That being said, if you have plans this weekend, we are in that game plan stage. Go ahead and just think about what you need to do. Make your plans, but have a backup plan ready in case if it rains.
All right, Chris Reese, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. 6:17 now. The World Championship Cheese Contest is underway in Madison this week, right here in the 608.
And that's where Josh Sprider is this morning. He's live at Monona Terrace. How is it, Josh?
Hey guys, fantastic. So things get underway here in less than 3 hours now. 9 a.m. day 2 here, and we're already actually speaking to one of the winners this morning. This is a familiar face around here. We've got Steve Stutler. You're out of Decatur Dairy in Broadhead, and you're also a master cheesemaker. So what does it all go into that? A Wisconsin master cheesemaker, I should say.
Well, it's a passion for cheese. It's a personal quest to better your career and make you a better cheesemaker. And then the networking you get with other cheesemakers is fantastic.
So you've been coming to this event since the 1980s, right? So you've been around here for almost 40 years. What keeps you coming back here every year?
Well, it's just the strive to compete, and you make a lot of friends. And you just got to come back and see how you do. And your customers appreciate you competing and see how your product does.
So we have to wish you congratulations, because what we have on the table is a winner here this morning. Talk a little bit about what we've got right here.
Well, this is a big win. I mean, it's the first time cheese curds been in the contest, and I'm a first-time master in cheese curds. So it's like all the stars aligned. So first class, first master in curd, and then first place.
I mean, I feel like this is kind of a given here in Wisconsin that you have to have a good cheese curd, right?
Oh, absolutely. And this here is about 9 days old. It still squeaks like it just come out of the vat. So we're really, me and my crew, we're really, really happy.
And when you say, 9 days old, room temperature, this is how the cheese is supposed to be eaten, right?
Correct. So hopefully you get a little squeak out of it.
Oh, I'm sure we will here. We're going to give it a little test.
A little salt, a little squeak.
Lots of squeak.
Yeah.
That's really good. What all goes into preparing something like this, especially for an event such as this World Championship Cheese Contest?
Well, it's number one, good milk, good cultures, and then it's just times, temperatures, watching everything as through the process and getting the finished product where you think it should be. You always hope, and then there's a little luck on top of that.
So this is one of the things that you have going on, which you already won this week. What else do you have entered into this event?
Well, today we're doing brick, Munster, Havarti, and then we have a bunch of flavored cheeses with condiments in it. And then for the first time, we're entering our cheese spread, so that'll be an interesting contest, see how we do with that.
So, I mean, there really is no bad cheese here at the event. This has to be kind of a fun event for you to be able to, get, in contact with all these folks that are doing the same thing you are.
Oh, everybody brings their A game. And there's so many talented cheesemakers. And in this class, I mean, Wisconsin got first, second, third. So that's really hats off to the cheesemakers in Wisconsin, that we can carry it. Because there were entries from all over the country in this class.
Yeah, that's something to really be proud of then.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right.
Good for Wisconsin.
Well, Steve, congratulations again. I got to grab one more as we toss it back to Chris and Leah. You can go ahead and grab one too. That's so good. That's so good.
It's kind of unbelievable.
Nice.
That they still squeak.
And squeaky.
And a little stringy. I mean, it's just perfect.
And this is the way you say this is the way they're supposed to be eaten.
Absolutely. Maybe a little beer.
There you have it. You got to have a little beer with that too, guys.
I got a question. Josh, if you could ask...
I am enjoying myself.
Before we let you go, Josh, could you ask Steve what he thinks about putting cheese curds in the microwave? I'm going to embarrass my wife here for a second. Would he ever be okay putting a cheese curd in the microwave?
A lot of Wisconsinites want to know.
So they have a question for you. Chris Sanford is wondering if you can ever put a cheese curd in a microwave. Is that a thing?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
There you
go.
So
what about that?
Take cold cheese curds, put them in the microwave 3-4 seconds, depending on your microwave.
Boom.
Straight from the experts.
If they're not warm like these, I put these out on the heater, for about...
You put them on the heater?
And
there we go.
In the microwave. Just keep warming them a little bit, 2 seconds at a time until they get warm.
There you go.
Look at that. From the master cheesemaker himself, guys, getting all the inside scoop today.
I love it. Hey, Josh Breider live at the World Cheese Contest at Monona Terrace this morning. Thanks, Josh.
You know what we're having for breakfast. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email. Whew. All right, 6:21 now. Coming up in our next half hour, if you're dropping your student off at Memorial High this morning, you might notice a larger police presence.
Also, why security is amped up today there when we return.
This portion of News 3 Now is brought to you by Shopko Optical.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Come experience Floor & Decor's grand opening in Monona. With our unmatched selection of tile, wood, stone, laminate, vinyl, and more, all at everyday low prices, at Floor & Decor, you'll discover the perfect products for shopping on trend and on budget, all in one stop. Plus, our helpful associates make realizing your vision easy from start to finish, so your upgrade has never been more you. Discover your new Floor & Decor, now open in Monona, or visit us online at flooranddecor.com.
Every parent I talk to wants to be sure they're doing all they can to protect their kids from COVID-19. As a Wisconsin pediatrician, I tell them the COVID-19 vaccines for kids has been thoroughly tested and is proven to be safe for ages 5 and up. Getting your child a COVID-19 vaccine is the most effective way to help kids stay safe and in school. Ask your child's doctor what they think.
Everything is relative. Travel, for example. A trip to Stoughton might seem like a long way, but if you're shopping for diamonds, it's closer than you think.
Diamond Select.
Importers of shimmering diamonds from the mines of South Africa to the streets of Antwerp and Tel Aviv. They shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to.
Diamond Select. Direct pricing saves you money.
On GIA certified South African diamonds.
Diamond Select.
Downtown Stoughton.
Has the winter taken a toll on your roof? Call Feldco today and get free installation on your roofing project. Plus, no interest until 2023.
Ah, fresh coffee. Hurry, free installation and soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Awesome.
Cool. Pass out each of the distribution lists. And Lauren?
Where's Lauren?
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Welcome back. Here is a look at Paula's morning. Kind of made us ooh and ah earlier today. Just a beautiful shot. Yeah, he means it too.
I do. I love the snow and the snow on the trees and the shadows, the sun angle, the colors. It's all working for me, Paula. Thank you so much.
What a nice little peek out your window if you're having coffee in Paula's
Someday
kitchen.
this would be, someday I hope this is my window.
You and me both. Thank you very much, Paula. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when you share your pictures on social so we can find and share our favorites.
What do you think of that, Chris Reese? A lot of fresh snow out there, and it's looking awful bare out right now.
That is beautiful. Lots of fresh snow out there. Oh, my microphone was on. I thought it was off. It's a beautiful shot, but we're getting rid of a lot of our snow. What's behind me?
Nice little look at the weather office
that's
there.
the weather office behind me there. I was actually just recording one of those app updates a moment ago. But we are still watching the weekend in particular. That is where we do have a chance to see some showers. Get your game plan ready. We're going to talk about that more coming up at 6:30.
All right. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
What you see is important. How you see is important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Enjoy great savings this month and get 30% off a complete pair of glasses.
Want great hires? Happy and productive employees? And a strong local economy for years to come? It all starts with affordable, high-quality child care for Wisconsin families. Partner with a child care program in your community and reach your shared goals together with a grant from Project Growth. See all the ways partnership pays at projectgrowth.wi.gov.
Enjoy the benefits of soft water with the largest in-stock selection of water softeners at Menards. Morton's Demand Control Wi-Fi water softener is a smarter way to manage your water. Integrated Wi-Fi capabilities allow you to monitor your salt levels and water usage from your smartphone at home or away. Plus, Morton's look-ahead technology learns and predicts your water needs, saving you money. Get 11% off everything, including Morton water softeners, now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-6947. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-6947.
Test
Test dress a Beauty Rest Black or Black Hybrid at Steinhafels, and you could win a 2-year lease to a 2022 Mercedes-Benz GLA 250. Enjoy the luxury and comfort of a Beauty Rest Black mattress and enjoy sleep like never before. Right now, Beauty Rest Queens start at just $399. Plus, with Steinhafels special 60-month financing and Steinhafels free delivery, you'll save even more. At Steinhafels, we take the guesswork out of buying a new mattress. Relax, it's Steinhafels.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Shopko Optical recommends a comprehensive eye exam annually. Schedule your exam at shopko.com.
Look at that. Right now, Badger men's basketball officially the Big Ten champions. An incredible night at the Kohl Center.
And if you have plans for the weekend that are outdoors, you might need a backup plan. We're talking the rain chances coming up.
2 more threats against Memorial High School in one day. Coming up, the district's response.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now This Morning. I'm Leah Linscheid.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Oh, what a game last night. And what a finish. Chucky Hepburn. Oh, man.
Looking good.
He is the hero this morning.
Pretty big moment for a freshman at that. Of course, the Badger men's basketball team waking up as Big Ten champions today.
Quite a dramatic finish last night against 8th-ranked Purdue. Here's the final shot.
5 seconds to go. Chucky Hepburn, Big Ten on the line.
With 1 second left, Chucky Hepburn, the freshman, banking in the game-winning basket. Badgers win 70-67 during the whiteout night at the Kohl Center. The win guarantees the Badgers at least a share of the Big Ten title now. Here's Hepburn after the game.
Did you know it was good as soon as you released it? Yeah, I've made a backwards 3-point shot to win a game before, so that's nothing new to me.
Listen to that crowd reaction. Yeah, just another day. All right. Next up for the Badgers, Nebraska at the Kohl Center Sunday. If they win, Wisconsin won't have to share the Big Ten championship.
Badger broadcaster Matt LePay summed it all up nicely here. In 34 years calling Badger basketball, this was the best regular season game I've seen, he says. The stakes, the intensity, the clutch shots making on both sides at the end, the atmosphere. 2 great programs emptied the tank. Standing O for all. Well said there, Matt.
Wow.
Not so great sports news this morning. The MLB lockout has canceled the Brewers' first 6 home games of the 2022 season. It's the result of a labor dispute between the league and players. Commissioner Rob Manfred announcing yesterday the cancellation of opening day after the league imposed deadline to reach a deal passed without an agreement. Fans, businesses, and stadium workers now for the Brewers, they are not pleased with the news of a second season being delayed in the last 3 years.
When they're in those negotiation rooms, they don't care about the ballpark workers, as I'm sorry to say. They just don't care about the fans, which really makes me kind of want to get sick about it.
So what do you do if you have tickets? The Brewers announcing that last night. Opening day ticket holders should hold on to their tickets. The team says they will be honored whenever the home opener does take place. Other single-seat tickets for those April 1st through 6th games will be refunded.
To our other top headlines, there will be a police presence this morning at Memorial High School after 3 threats were made against the school in the past 2 days. On Monday, a bomb threat forced those in the building to evacuate. Yesterday morning, the school was put on a brief lockdown after an anonymous call was made to 911. Then in the afternoon, staff receiving another call indicating a threat outside the school. That prompted a lockout at Memorial and neighboring Jefferson Middle. All threats were not found to be credible.
I want to thank our students and our staff for hanging in there and being resilient and continuing to learn, following our procedures with these safety protocols, and just put your trust in us that we'll get to the bottom of it.
District spokesperson Tim Lamont says they're working with police to figure out who has called these threats in, adding they could face district and legal punishment.
On Madison's south side, a 38-year-old man is dead after a tree trimming accident. It happened yesterday near the intersection of West Broadway and Hoboken. A company was trimming trees in the area when a branch got stuck in a power line. The wire snapped and hit a company vehicle below, which the man was leaning on. He was electrocuted and died at the scene.
6:33 now. Let's turn over to Chris Reese with your certified most accurate forecast. Chance for rain this weekend, Chris.
We are talking about getting a game plan ready as well. We do have a chance of rain this weekend. That chance of rain has continued to increase as we've gone through time. Still a couple days away, so it's not a slam dunk. There's a lot that can change between Wednesday and Saturday in the world of weather, but it's looking like we are going to see some rain chances. Let's go ahead and show you the model data. Model number 1. We start to line things up overnight Friday into Saturday. Looks like when the system will arrive. This model, though, a little bit slower, a little bit farther to the west, a little bit farther to the north as well. It doesn't bring the rain chance in until early in the morning on Saturday. Then we'll actually see the heaviest rain into the evening hours on Saturday into Sunday. This model, again, farthest to the north and west. If you really want a good soaking rain to rinse things off, you probably want this model to be a little bit farther to the south. Speaking of farther to the south, that's where it now takes our Sunday, Monday snow. We've seen that picture before this winter, haven't we? We'll see how that continues to play out. Model number 2 still plays the theme of Friday night into Saturday with the rain arriving. It brings the heaviest rain a little bit farther to the south, though. This is good for really washing things out and cleaning things up outside a bit. We are going to see some lightning and thunder as this rolls on through as well. Something to pay attention to. It's also farther south with that Sunday, Monday system, but we've got to get through the weekend rain chance truly before we can focus on that chance for some snow. Colder this morning, 29 degrees. Winds out of the south and east at 3. That's fairly light. 32 in Janesville. Mineral Point and Platteville still above freezing at 34 and 33 respectively. I'm watching radar though. We do have a chance for some flurries and some drizzle moving through. I've talked about that chance of flurries and drizzle all week long with that northwesterly flow. There's not a ton of moisture with winds coming out of the north and west, but nonetheless, that chance is there. 9 o'clock, we're at 35, topping out to the low 40s, and then we'll start to cool things off into the 30s again, but we'll go all the way down to 19 degrees overnight tonight. Tomorrow, 31. That's as good as it gets. It's going to be cloudy, too. 42 on Friday, 56 on Saturday. I know it's not Dubai, but Leah, 56 on Saturday before we see that chance for snow next Sunday into Monday. We'll watch it. We also have another chance of a mix over to some snow next Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, I'm headed out on my honeymoon, so I will miss those 56-degree temperatures on Saturday. You guys enjoy them, though.
You enjoy your 80s in Dubai.
I will. Thank you very much, Chris. We appreciate it. 6:36 now. The Madison Police and Fire Commission is opening the floor to the public as it works to hire a new fire chief. The commission will hold a meeting on March 14th at 5:30. Public comment is at the top of the agenda. You can also email your comments to the commission. The final 4 candidates right there on your screen. They are all current employees of the fire department. The commission is set to announce its selection on March 18th. We have a link to register to speak over on channel3000.com.
Just north of Green Bay, the Suring school superintendent is facing half a dozen felonies, accused of strip searching students for contraband. According to the criminal complaint, investigators accused Kelly Casper of confining 6 students without their consent and strip searching them on the campus of Suring High School. The case also involves an unidentified nurse who is reportedly a witness. Investigators say Casper launched an investigation into select students accused of using vaping devices on campus. A civil rights attorney representing some of the students involved says he hopes there are consequences.
I think most of them are pleased that criminal charges have been filed because it tells them that the powers that be listen to them and respond to their anguish.
If convicted of false imprisonment, a Class H felony, Casper would face a maximum of 6 years in prison or a $10,000 fine.
To the crisis in Ukraine now, the United Nations says more than 677,000 people have fled Ukraine in less than a week. 150,000 left their country in less than 24 hours. The UN estimates 12 million people inside Ukraine will need relief and protection. More than 4 million Ukrainian refugees will need help in neighboring countries in the coming months.
Russian missiles continue to bombard residential areas and administrative buildings in Kharkiv overnight. Footage released by Ukraine's Ministry of Emergency Situations showed the regional headquarters of the Ministry of Internal Affairs in Kharkiv in flames while firefighters attempt to put it out. No official information has been released on the casualties.
With Russia being the world's #2 producer of oil, the U.S. and other allies are agreeing on a deal to release up to 60 million barrels of crude oil from their reserves. Half of that, so 30 barrels, will come from the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve. It's a stockpile of crude oil stored underground in Louisiana and Texas. Okay, 6:38 your time now. Chris Reese is keeping track of some pretty active weather patterns over the next couple of days into the weekend, even the start of next week. We're going to check in with him after the break.
And we're getting ready for day 2 of the World Championship Cheese Contest here at the Monona Terrace. After the break, we're going to give you a little bit of an idea of what's happening right here in the 608 this week. Stick around.
The ultimate mattress sale is on now at Ashley. We have truckloads of inventory in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Save $1,000 instantly on certain mattresses, plus interest-free financing for 5 years. All at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer, Ashley.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
At Pick and Save, every free pickup order is picked fresh and packed with care, or we'll make it right. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Grass looks great, Zeus. Hey, could you maybe trim the hydrangea too?
Sure thing, Kevin. You want me to do the box suits as well?
No. Finding the right person for the job isn't always easy. But when you have an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can give you personalized advice and could help you save hundreds.
Hey, Medusa, let's boogie.
For expert help with all your insurance needs, get to know your local Geico agent today.
Dove 0% is different. We left aluminum out and put 48-hour freshness and 1/4 moisturizers in. Dove 0% aluminum deodorant. Lasting protection that's kind on skin.
It's the ultimate sale going on now at Ashley. We have 100 semi-loads of inventory in stock and ready to go with savings of up to 55% off. Plus, take a bonus 10% discount and interest-free financing for 5 years. Ashley, Wisconsin's #1 furniture and mattress retailer.
U.S. ad spending is set to surpass $300 billion by 2022, and the greater Madison area is poised for major growth. So now would be a great time to consider a career in multimedia sales and to join our team selling our top-rated media and digital solutions. Work for a company that offers training, autonomy, flexibility, income growth, upward mobility, and work-life balance with a competitive wage. If you have a passion to drive results for local businesses, then visit morganmurphymedia.com right now to apply.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now this morning.
Hey, the World Cheese Championships, let me get this right. The World Championship Cheese Contest is underway in Madison this week.
There we go. That's where Josh Breider is this morning. He's live at the Monona Terrace. I know you've been snacking all morning long, Josh.
Yeah, snacking and practicing saying those 4 words fast. Try saying that 10 times in a row, guys. It is not super easy, but hey, it is so cool. It is a challenge, and we've got a heck of a challenge going on right here in the 608 this week with that World Championship Cheese Contest happening here at Monona Terrace. Day 2 is about to get underway here. You can see all the folks busy here getting all these cheeses out of the packaging for day 2 here. And I want to bring in Jake Huffman this morning. You're with Zimmerman Cheese. You're one of the folks here helping out. You're also a cheese maker yourself. You know, talk a little bit about what it's like to be a part of an event like this.
It's nice to have an event like this right in our back door or our backyard here in Wisconsin. It's a world-class event. It's one of the best technical judging events in the world. So I mean, we're just real lucky to get that feedback and, you know, not have to drive too far.
Yeah, you know, as a cheesemaker, you know, what are you looking for to be able to get into an event like this? You know, what are some of the things that you have to kind of watch for, I guess?
Well, we always want to put our best foot forward when we enter some cheese. It's also nice to get that feedback from industry professionals. You know, it's important for us to continue to improve our product, and yeah.
So you've got your cheese right there. Talk a little bit of what you got in your hands.
So this is our Latin American style melting cheese. It's exactly what it says it is. It's a young cheese, fresh cheese, used in melting on, you know, pizza or, you know, whatever people want on. Similar to Brick and Munster. So.
What all have you entered in for this championship this week?
So we entered our smoked brick, brick cheese, Munster cheese, and low sodium brick cheese. So,
you know, when you are with the best of the best when it comes to cheese here, you know, that has to be pretty a privilege for you to be able to be a part of this, right?
Yeah, it is. It's, you know, it's a big deal to be next to some of these cheesemakers here, and, you know, what they've accomplished in their careers. So it's always good to strive for something like that.
I would imagine, you know, being here in Wisconsin too, the fact that we're able to have this event here in our cheese state, that's got to be pretty cool for you as well.
Yeah, I think it shines a light on, you know, from around the world onto Wisconsin and everything we've done for the cheese industry in the U.S. and around the world. So, like this year, they get to showcase the new CDR building at UW, which is a world-class, you know, research and development facility. So we're lucky to have that. And
yeah, we're lucky to have this right here. We're lucky to have you, Jake. Thank you so much. We'll let you get back to work. We know you guys are super busy getting ready for day 2 here of the World Championship Cheese Contest, guys. If you want to learn more information, again, it is closed to the public this year due to COVID, but there's a lot of stuff that you can look for on channel3000.com this morning, so you can look for coverage right now.
Josh Breiter with the best assignment today.
How tight is security there? You think you'll have any problem sneaking some cheese out?
Or sneaking me in?
Oh my goodness, I've had so much cheese already, guys. You know, I had really early or late night, I guess you could say. I was at the Kohl Center last night, so the cheese is helping me kind of get through the morning show today.
How Wisconsin is that? Late night Badger game at the Kohl Center.
Right.
You get some Wisconsin cheese in the morning.
My face right now, Josh.
Right now.
I
just
so
need some
jealous.
beer.
Oh, good for you. Josh Breiter reporting for us this morning. Thank you, Josh.
Is in Josh's future at some point.
I bet.
Thanks, Josh. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him at in608@WISC-TV.com.
The first week in 6 months without a mask mandate in Madison, but not all local businesses agree the change is good. The Madison Area Chamber of Commerce says they did their own research on masking and found some pretty interesting results. Listen to this. They asked if businesses wanted to see the mandate end. The results came back 50-50. But when the chamber asked if businesses felt mask wearing negatively impacted their bottom line, here's what they heard.
71% said that the mask orders had negatively impacted their business. So even the people who supported it still were acknowledging that there was a negative impact.
The president of the Chamber of Commerce says he hopes businesses make their own decision on masking requirements for staff and patrons. So when you're out and about, make sure you read signage carefully before you enter a business.
Yeah, good advice there. 646, Chris Reese now with your certified most accurate forecast. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, good morning. We're planning that day as you begin to head out the door. We're going to see more cloud cover. It's colder this morning as well, and I can't rule out some drizzle or flurries throughout parts of the morning. Temperatures will warm up into the low 40s, but then as that cold front moves through, we'll start to see falling temperatures into the afternoon. I want to highlight something that happens at noon today. It's March. The song of my people, the tornado sirens, will be tested every first Wednesday of the month at noon, starting today, and I'm quite excited about that. Otherwise, here's Doppler track right now. We do have those light flurries and snow showers, even a couple of raindrops mixed in that are passing through this morning. Our temperatures are 29. We have mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures over the next 12 hours, again, like I said, warming up into the lower 40s. We top out at 43 overall as we start to move towards the afternoon. Here's what radar may look like. You see those little chances for flurries and showers coming on through. By 4:30, another push of colder air moves in. That's going to allow those temperatures to fall all the way towards 19 tomorrow. mostly cloudy. Temperatures top out into the low 30s for those highs.
The song of my people.
The song of my people. The first Wednesday of the month at noon.
That's hilarious. Okay. Chris Reese making our day, planning our day as well. Thank you very much, sir. 6:48 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, Biden's trip to Wisconsin today. Students learning about Madison shipwrecks and what the Federal Reserve Chair is saying to Congress.
First, though, we want to say happy birthday to Lucas and all the kiddos turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us.
She was married to billionaire Bill Gates. Now she tells Gayle King about her fight for rights for women and, for the first time, her own divorce.
Once trust is broken, isn't it hard to get it back? Very. It's very hard to get it back in any relationship, right?
Melinda French Gates on CBS Mornings, coming up.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
I'm Rebecca, and you might know me from reality TV. And this was my stubborn body fat that I just couldn't get rid of. But then I went to Sono Bello, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
It is so intensely gratifying for one visit to make this big of a change. It's amazing.
Sono Bello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
It feels incredible to look down, and it's flat. Thank you again, Sono Bello. I'm so happy.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-800-595-1532 or go to sonobello.com.
Deep in credit card debt? Did you know Credit Associates can help you reduce that debt? It's not nearly as complicated as you think. Let me show you what I mean. First, there's the total amount of credit card debt you owe. Whoa! We can reduce that by almost half. Second, how about those decades you'll be in debt? We reduce that down to as little as 24 to 36 months, giving you up to 20 debt-free years back. Lastly, how about the endless hours of stress and anxiety from being in debt? We can help reduce that too. It's easy to get started. Call now to see how Credit Associates can reduce your debt and save you thousands. The information is free and there's no risk to call. 1-800-949-3849. Call Credit Associates now to start living better, debt-free. 1-800-949-3849.
Come experience Floor & Decor's grand opening in Monona. With our wide selection of high-quality tile, wood, stone, and vinyl, all at everyday low prices, you can realize any aspirational project at an inspirational price. Discover your new Floor & Decor, now open in Monona.
When you open a jar of Better Than Bouillon, you open up dinner time to great flavor. Mix it into a stir fry. Better. Saute it into some veggies. Better. Or brush it onto a steak.
Way better.
With Better Than Bouillon, the possibilities are endless. Make your everything better with Better Than Bouillon.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Following last night's State of the Union, the President and First Lady are Badger State bound this morning. The pair will be visiting Superior to talk infrastructure. Democratic Congressman Mark Pocan will be joining the pair for the visit. President Biden had more than infrastructure to discuss at last night's address. Highlights from that are all up on channel3000.com.
The United Nations General Assembly will vote on a resolution this afternoon demanding that Russia immediately stop using force against Ukraine and withdraw its military forces. Russian troops have intensified their attacks on several Ukrainian cities as the war enters its 7th day.
Fans rushing the court as the Badger basketball team wins the Big Ten championship. It was a close game with a nail-biting finish. Did you catch this? With 9 seconds left, Purdue's Jaden Ivey tying it up at 67, but the Badgers answering right back right there. Chucky Hepburn banking the game winner. It's the second time in 3 years the Badgers are Big Ten champs with that 70-67 win.
Congrats, boys. Madison police, meantime, investigating reports of shots fired Monday night. An off-duty police supervisor reported hearing the shots near Milwaukee Street in East Washington just after 9:30. The supervisor reportedly saw a vehicle speed away from the scene. Responding officers, though, did not find any shell casings or damage. No injuries have been reported.
There will be a police presence this morning at Memorial High School after 3 threats were made against the school in the past 2 days. Yesterday morning, the school was put on a brief lockdown after an anonymous call was made to 911. Then, in the afternoon, staff received a call indicating a threat outside. That prompted a lockout at Memorial and neighboring Jefferson Middle. All threats were not found to be credible.
This is interesting. Students from New Century Charter School out exploring shipwrecks on Lake Mendota. The idea started when a teacher was asked to test out a game through PBS Wisconsin about shipwrecks in the Great Lakes. The class liked it so much that they asked if they could do something similar for a field trip. So, using underwater cameras, the students were able to look at 2 sunken boats and an old car.
A tense rescue in Michigan after a rescue crew found a dog stranded by himself on the Detroit River. Oh, this breaks my heart. Police and fire, though, were able to get the dog. She was standing on a piece of floating ice. Officials say the dog was newly adopted when she got away from her owner and somehow got into the river. Oh, poor gal. She is okay this morning.
Oh, happy ending. Good to hear. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell will speak to Congress today and tomorrow. The central bank has signaled that several interest rate hikes are on the way this year. Powell will likely be asked by lawmakers how Russia's invasion of Ukraine will affect the U.S. economy.
The U.S. did not experience a baby boom during the pandemic. That's according to a new federal report out this morning. The CDC says births in the U.S. fell 2% during the first half of the year. That's compared to 2020. However, researchers say data patterns appear to be showing a shift. That means birth rates may soon return to levels not seen since before the pandemic.
Yellowstone as a national park is turning 150 years old. President Ulysses S. Grant signed the Yellowstone National Park Protection Act into law back on March 1st of 1872. It created the first national park in the world. There are now 63 national parks in the U.S. The park is spread across 3 states. 96% of it's in Wyoming, 3% in Montana, and 1% in Idaho.
Baseball parks across the country will be empty on March 31st on what was supposed to be opening day for the 2022 season. The first 2 series of the games are also canceled. The baseball commissioner made that announcement Tuesday, hours after the Major League Baseball Players Association and the league failed to reach an agreement. No new negotiations are scheduled right now.
We are tracking at least a couple of flurries and rain showers out there this morning. It's moisture starved. A lot of it will struggle to reach the ground, but nonetheless, it's there. You plan out the day, we're going to see mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures will top out around 43, but they start to fall into the afternoon. In fact, 40 by 4 into the 30s by the time you get towards 7 o'clock. We'll go all the way down to 19. 31 tomorrow, 40s for your Friday, 56 on Saturday with rain and thunder, a chance of snow Sunday night into Monday.
Chris Reese, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us this morning, folks. Have a great Wednesday. We'll see you right back here tomorrow morning.